Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Ask Neeraj Nidhi Hike of Knowledge. So friends, this is pivot table part 6 video, and in this video series I'll tell you how to create dashboard in pivot table by using pivot table options. So I suggest please do watch the complete video. Moving to my data. So this is the data by using which I create earlier parts video, which is like part 1 to 5. So let me give you an overview about the earlier parts. So in part 1, I created a simple pivot table. In part 2, I added more data points. In part 3, I did an additional calculation. In part 4, I added a slicer and timeline, which is really a good feature. In part 5, currently showing on our screen, I created pivot chart and pivot table together. Now in this part 6, I'll create a type of dashboard by using pivot table and pivot chart and its features. So let's start. For this, I need to create pivot table or pivot chart first. So I'll go with pivot chart option, not with the pivot table, because if I'll go with pivot table, it will only give me the option for pivot table. But when I go to pivot chart, it will give me option for pivot table and pivot chart both. Now click on this option. So a box will appear for create pivot table, and in this there are two options. First one says for range. The range, if you want to change or if you want to capture the range, if your cursor is inside the data while opening this option. Okay. Now second option says that choose where you want the pivot table report to be placed, the location of pivot table and pivot chart, or any of the report that you are going to create. So there are further two options: new worksheet and existing worksheet. New worksheet, when you click on new worksheet, it will create pivot table in a new worksheet. If you select existing worksheet, it will create pivot table in the same sheet where you have the data. So I always suggest to go with new worksheet. It will give you more space if you are like going to add slicer or timeline. So then click on OK. This window will open, containing both the option for pivot table and pivot chart. Here are the headers of your data. This is which you are going to create. Now there are four boxes, so there is a change in two of the boxes. So in normal pivot table option, there are only four boxes. First one is for filter, then column, then row and value. But here, if you see, when you select pivot chart and pivot table option, it will change two rows. Rows become axis and column box become legend, but they work in the similar way. Now I'm selecting sales team and putting inside axis means my rows, and country inside legend, which is my column. So if you see the way the pivot table keeps on changing, I'm placing it here so that it look like okay. And now go to insert, then I'm adding slicer. Slicer, as you know, it will give me a multiple filter option. Selecting team, sales team. This is how it will give me all the team names. Okay, adjusting it as well. Okay. Now again, click inside the table. If you want to insert slicer and timeline, you need to click inside your table. Then only. If you will not, you will get an error. Let me show you. My cursor is outside the data. I'm inserting slices, so this error will occur when your cursor is not inside your data while creating slicer. Now my cursor is inside data and clicking on, and I'm adding slicer. So like this is there is no error. Now this time country, It will give me the list of countries. Now adjusting. This is how. Now I'm going to insert timeline. Okay. Timeline basically the time duration. So here is my time duration table. So it will moreover look like a dashboard. You can make the adjustment as per your requirement. So it will look like a dashboard. Now time to put some data in this. So for this you don't need to like drag and drop in the boxes. You have all the options. Let's select the option from the slicer. Team A and country Argentina. Okay. So for this, you need to put the value. So I'm putting revenue inside my value. Okay. These are the common things. So I'm putting revenue inside value. Now, if I want to see revenue generated by B team in Brazil in green line, it will give me the number here and my chart here. If you want to change the duration, you can see for August only. You want to put label to this chart, you can go to just click on this level, then click do a right click, then go to add data level, then it will add the data level. Let's see it's data level or anything. So this is how you can create dashboard. You can also add many more features in this. In filter, if you want to select multiple options, just click on this option, multiple selection. After clicking on this option, you can start selecting multiple fields. This is how, and it will easy to like explain or present your data. And the same way you can select the multiple countries. When you click, this option will visible. Argentina, then like India, Sri Lanka, or anything. So this is how you can use pivot table for creating pivot chart, table, or dashboard also. There are many more features of the pivot table which will help you in your further reporting. So friends, hope you like this video. Uh, you have so all these parts are like almost complete. You can find the link in the description for all these parts. Hope you like this video. Thank you very much for watching my video. If you have any query or suggestion or any feedback, you can drop in comment box if you like. Then click on like icon. You can also share this video with your colleagues, with your friends. You request you please subscribe and click on bell icon to receive regular notification about on my channels, about my latest video. Thank you.